Hi, I am the creator of Hariva Olivia, and I thought I would do just a little Q&A for you today. So first things first, how did you get into Findom? So instead of a how, it's rather like a how and when. Truthfully, yeah, 2018. I've been in it for a minute. I was on Twitter and I was just kind of doing my thing on like my main Twitter or whatever, and I saw my first Findom post and I was like, what the heck? And I remember I dived deeper into it and I started seeing like men being led around on leashes, like on the ground, being stepped on. And I was like baffled. I was like, oh my gosh, people are into that? What? Like at the time in like 2018, I was pretty young. So I was like, this is crazy. Like, we can't be doing this. Honestly, I think it took me a couple months. I think it took me like maybe honestly a couple weeks. Like I'd been thinking about it and I'm like, it's so avant-garde, it's so out there, but like why am I thinking about it so much? So I remember I went back and I made like my first little like Findom Twitter, and I'm like, I want to be one. So I kind of changed my persona, like my online persona, and I made Olivia. I made Princess Olivia. She was a brat. She, like, that was pretty much it. She was just like, I'm gonna be mean to you. And I was like more into like doing the feet. I was into humiliation and like joy. I honestly didn't know what I liked. I just kind of went with what was popular and it worked out pretty well. I actually ended up making a YouTube series of like humiliation, degradation, some foot stuff, a little bit of boots or whatever. But honestly, it was content that was not meant for YouTube. You know, it's like I'm literally like verbally assaulting people, and I guess like someone got salty. And when they saw my videos, they got taken down one by one until YouTube was like, you're not allowed here. Luckily, before that happened, I transferred everything to PH and it's all still there. If you go and look, you can see some like super old videos, mostly where it's like this, like you can't see up here. And they're all right. I personally haven't watched them in a really long time, but if you're into like the physical aspect of like, I'm gonna step on you, I'm gonna hurt you like that, there's some good ones. Yeah, they should be up. Since then, I've been really on and off. Like if you go and look on the PH, you'll see that I've maybe uploaded videos once or twice a year. Like since 2018. Yeah, I've been really falling out of it. I've just gotten back into it. Honestly, I have transferred, or rather I've jumped onto the platform of Chatterbait, and it's fun. It's really fun. I have a great time. Like, yeah, you're just gonna have to hang out there one day and see what I mean. Yeah, so that's the when and how. For other Dommies, you're likely wondering, so like, how do you acquire subs? Like, what is that process? Personally, I have two ways to categorize subs. There's the ones that I own, and there's the ones that like I call trial subs, or they're just here for sessions. So the difference is the way they apply. They kind of make it known what they're here for. Let's see here. Own subs, they fill out an application. They have a short interview. The application is like 45 bucks. They pay via Venmo or Cash App, and we set up a time for the interview. My expectations of my own subs are they are called upon for sends, for tasks, anything I want, they're my front line. Like I send out a little group text and then they let me know we're on it. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. They're expected to send random sends. Obviously, it's like, I don't get here with nothing. I mean, it is really easy though. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm gonna have access to their bank accounts, their IDs. I'm essentially gonna have total control over their lives because they don't know what they're doing with it. Like, I'm just smarter. It's better this way. the privileges they have over trial subs or just like anyone on the internet is that there's the possibility that I'll actually speak to them. They are allowed to ask me for sessions. Sessions in that sense do not cost what they do for trial subs. So a trial sub, what they are going to do is they're going to schedule time with me, and scheduling a session similar to a like application to be a like official sub is $45. And then sessions usually are like 10 to 30 minutes, and it's like $100 per 10. So, you know, it's like 20 minutes, 200, 30 minutes, 300, and so on. That's just to initiate it. I essentially drain during the session I do drain during the session. It really doesn't matter what the session is. It could be joy, it could be foot worship, it could be humiliation, it could be tasks. But whatever we're doing, there's going to be draining in there. Like, I hope they know that. Truthfully, or let's get to that. So what kind of Domme are you? For my own subs, I am incredibly lazy. Like I said, they're lucky if they get a word out of me. Like, one-to-one is very, very fucking rare. Like, I don't give a shit. They all have the same face to me. Like, I really don't care. The only thing that makes them different is their income. Like, that's the only difference in how much I care, truthfully. I like to give hope of communication. Like, you know how there's like guys you just like don't give a fuck about, or that are like trying to like get at you, and you just want to string them along a little bit. So they'll be like, hi, and you'll be like, hi. Then they'll like send you fucking all this shit trying to talk to you. Just ignore. Maybe if I get a send, I send a little word, you know? They send a how are you with a tribute. Maybe I'll respond. It's really fun. It's really freaking fun for everybody. Yeah, my subs are ultimately my punching bag ATMs, because sometimes I do like to just randomly get in there and ask for some tasks, like, hey, get on the floor, lick it, hands and knees, put your ass in the air. Wouldn't you love it if I were just behind you, or if I kicked you over, you know, stuff like that. It's really fun. It's really freaking fun, especially when it's at random. It just gives an element of, ooh, when am I gonna get it? Am I gonna get it? Maybe if I send, you know, stuff like that. It's a really fun lifestyle. If you're like actively into like what Findom is, like, it's really fun. It's really freaking fun. Yeah, for the single use, I'm pretty vicious. Like I said, like, I'm going to do my best to absolutely drain their bank account. Like, it's that 45 initial send, it's the $100 for the 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna take and take and take and take until I cannot. Like, if I'm taking and then I ask for a send and it takes you like more than 30 seconds, the session's over. I don't give a fuck if we reach that 10 minutes. I owe nothing to you, truthfully. But yeah, that's just some ways the ways that I Domme, that I Findom. I guess another good question is like, how do I promote myself? How do I stay relevant? Is just be consistent. You know, it's like post where you're gonna post, know your platforms, stay regular on your platforms. Like mine are, let me just scroll up here. I have my link tree. I'm on PH, I'm on Twitter, OF, Chatterbait, and YouTube. You know, it's all in my link tree. Yeah, I would just make sure that your stuff is current, make sure that it's posted, that it's listed somewhere, that your information is consistent. Like if you've updated anything, make sure it's updated everywhere. That includes wish lists, your like payment information, all of it. Yeah, I hope this was helpful. Fun fact, just because I feel like I need to say it, I'm like literally have professional video editing like skills. I just choose to do it on my phone because I'm lazy. Just had to validate myself. Okay, bye.